At a public event, it was said that you said that Peter Obi will be on the ballot with or without a coalition. Maybe we should just get that off. You might want to give some sort of clarity to that. Number one, the relationship of His Excellency Peter Obi with the coalition and his stance within the Labour Party.
I was at a program in Ilorin, and the gentleman from Daily Trust actually interviewed me and was asking me, this was a question, what if the coalition does not give Peter Obi the ticket? So Anna said, we are not even contemplating that, and that when we get to that bridge, we will cross it. I believe strongly that the members of the coalitions are patriotic Nigerians who want to win elections. And in that case, why would they be making a mistake like what we did in those years when we had Abiola, who was the most popular candidate, and we jettisoned him, and then we had issues that we didn't have to now trying to recuperate from. We have a man in Peter Obi who epitomizes character, compassion, consistency, and then compassion. So now jettisoning him for another candidate, considering the fact that it's a southern part zone tenure, though unconstitutional, and it is very important that they conclude their 8 years tenure by having a Peter Obi helping them in concluding that, so that we will not have issues of unity. And we believe that Peter Obi is a unifier who can unify this country, and this is the best opportunity we got to do that. So, of course, pressmen will pick issues as regard to how they want to sell their papers and give it another correlation. So, as far as we are concerned, we are saying that we believe that it is good for us to have somebody who epitomizes love and care.
But what is the stance, or what's the body language of the coalition right now, and what exactly is the relationship of His Excellency with the coalition? What is their move, the next move?
He has been able to marshal out the reason why he went into a coalition, which was very clear. Let's find a way to move people out of poverty. Look, Nigeria is in a dire need of solution. There's hunger in the land, there's insecurity, lack of care, and disdain that held. In fact, this particular government, with all due respect, has put democracy in danger. At the point in time, we're discussing about maybe a one-party state in the country. Thank God that the coalition is coming up, and that was why even INEC had to come up with the issue of trying to register political parties. So, you see, at the moment now, the coalition has brought out a lot of issues. And so His Excellency has an excellent relationship with members of that particular coalition. But the key issues are, let us work together to move Nigeria out of the present predicament. And then it came about with the issue of unveiling a political party. And he made it very clear that he is a member of the Labour Party. And the ADC coalition platform is purposely for the 2027 general election. Because he has people who are running for election under the Labour Party. As a leader, you must be seen to care about your people. It's not about you alone. And not to show as if maybe he's a selfish leader. He said, look, let us clear this particular candidate who have already gotten the ticket, and INEC has recognized those particular persons. Let's work for them. Let us see how far we can help them to win elections. That is care. That is compassion. That is love for your people. And he said, okay, after that, then we can now decide what next to do.
You got to understand something, and this is for the coalition. And I think Yunusa Tanko was making a very great point here. But he started by saying that member of the coalition will make a mistake, not making Peter Obi the flag bearer. Listen, whether by consensus or by going for a vote or something like that, it is a no-brainer to say that Peter Obi is your best choice. And I will give you reasons why. But there's something very, very tangible that Yunusa Tanko actually mentioned. It says that Tinubu's government has put democracy in Nigeria in danger. And that's true, because you cannot say a supposed self-acclaimed Democrat can find a way to thwart electoral processes And somebody who's campaigned for true democracy in Nigeria gets into power and then wants to destroy democracy as well in itself. So I said again, I said I will come back to giving you reasons why Peter Obi actually is a better choice, and it will be a grave mistake for the coalition not to um, pick Peter Obi, whether by consensus or by going for a primary or something like that. It would be a great mistake. But here it is. Apart from the sentiment that Yunusa tried to, create by saying it's a southern presidency period right now, we need Peter Obi to be the one. Apart from that, which is undemocratic, I'm against this zoning thing because it's not worked for Nigeria, and it is stupidity to still keep thinking that you do exactly the same thing, get something a different result. It is madness. So we don't need that. That idea of zoning presidency from the left to the right or from the south to the north hasn't worked because he hasn't taken into account, ideas, intellectuals. It's taken into account zones and ethnicity. So it's not worked for Nigerian. But it is of a truth that Peter Obi epitomizes character. He epitomizes competence. He epitomizes care for the people and national appeal, as well as global appeal. And it's also good for the coalition to ensure that Peter Obi is their flag bearer. And now this is the reason. Peter Obi has the most popular appeal amongst all current politicians in Nigeria right now. It is a fact. He enjoys complete cross-regional support across all bases within Nigeria. Whether you look at the north, the west, the south, the east, Peter Obi has all the appeal that you can imagine. That's why they're constantly coming for him. That's why you have the likes of Omoyele Sowore constantly attacking him. Peter Obi has a track record of integrity. He's asked everybody to go and prove him wrong. They've not been able to do that. And that's what we've been asking. Please prove him, bring those evidences that you have so that we can say, Peter Obi, you've been lying to Nigerians. Again, Peter Obi symbolizes the hope of Nigeria. Nigeria wants a new Nigeria. Nigerians want a new Nigeria. And when they see somebody that has a grassroots appeal, has the energy to crisscross the country, speak to people, talk about his policies, and how he would do them, that is hope for the people. Where you're not talking, you're not affiliating Peter Obi with corruption. That is hope. That's why he has that appeal. So it is a no-brainer for the coalition, and obviously he has the experience in governance without compromise of stealing and of corruption. So these little areas you want to imagine are the things that Peter Obi surpasses the other candidates in, whether it's Atiku or Mechi or El-Rufai or even Tinubu. Now, there are two people that bridge the gap between the old and the rich in current political system right now, and I would say that's Peter Obi and maybe Omoyele Sowore. Those two. Omoyele has not been in governance, but those are the two young people that sort of in that age bracket that sort of fits that bill. But at the moment, in terms of the appeal that he has, Peter Obi has the appeal, but also he bridges the gap between between the young and the old. So it feels like we're transitioning from the old way of doing things to a new way of doing things in this new Nigeria that we want. By the time we go with Peter Obi, it means that all of Bola Tinubu's age group would have been passing out of our political sphere. It will be a new block of people that will be coming in. Now, but again, bear this in mind. Peter Obi has electoral value. It's shown that in 2023, apart from the fact that the election was rigged, Peter Obi has shown that he has the electoral value. On a fair playing ground, Peter Obi beats Bola Tinubu hands down, completely, head to toe. And a 100% vote count, Peter Obi gets about 90%. Bola Tinubu might only get some counts around his base. But even Lagosians don't even want him. So Peter Obi has electoral value that is tested and tried, that even Amechi does not have. And then Atiku Abubakar obviously will struggle with at this particular point in time because of his age, especially. And don't forget, another value Peter Obi carries is international respect. The man goes out. Internationally, is well respected. So imagine that you have a Peter Obi as your president and Bola Tinubu as your president. Who do you think the world will gravitate towards? The answer is obvious, Peter Obi. So when you put Peter Obi as President Peter Obi and President Bola Tinubu, Nigerians will always look at Peter Obi and say, that's our president, not Bola Tinubu. It's like comparing Trump and Obama. Everybody will always pick Obama rather than Trump, rather. So everybody will always pick Obama over Trump. You know why? There's a lot of controversy that follows Trump. It's exactly the same thing. Peter Obi stands out when you compare him side by side with Bola Tinubu. So in all, what I'm trying to say is that Peter Obi has the credibility, he has the public trust, and he has the momentum. He has the integrity, he has the structure, he has the electoral value, he has the publicity that Nigerians need. And you know what? He doesn't need to bribe people to vote for him. People will campaign for him by themselves. The coalition don't need to spend money bribing people. They just need to pay people that will represent them at the polling unit. So it's a no-brainer. The likes of Atiku and Mechi needs to sit back, take back seat, because this one is like saying when we say we're giving this guy as a consensus vote and saying he's going to be the one to represent us in 2027. Boom, that's all done. That's all done. APC will suffer for it. And they know that, and they're really afraid for it and of it as well. So I think Yunusa Tanko made credible point, and the coalition must also consider that. So as I've said to you already, put your thoughts, well, let us know what you think. If you believe that all these things I've listed out, all the things that Yunusa mentioned, they are right. Do you also agree that Tinubu has put democracy under threat in Nigeria? Is that what you think as well? So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also recommend this channel to others. I will catch you up in the next video. God bless you. Bye-bye for now.